I don't know what to say. I'm in the rib rabbit hole now. I'm about to start researching this shit.
Hey, yeah, I'm definitely finna look
Because
that
now,
up.
look, the only thing I want to talk about is, does it say how many ribs he took to make Eve? Because
I thought he
we
said
got
one.
12 on each side. So if he
Right.
took one, then that's
Yeah,
actually
play.
quite possible.
That's
But damn, all right.
Does that mean you guys are 12 times greater than us?
It doesn't. It
Or
doesn't. I
11?
think. I mean, no. The things that I've taken from this conversation tonight, especially the men are greater than women thing. I don't think it's a complementary relationship, and that's what's missed in all of this, right? There's no point in saying I'm greater than you because I wouldn't want to live without you, right? Women cannot live. You can't survive without men, and men wouldn't want to survive without you. The fuck I'm gonna be around all these niggas for all day? I'm gonna be
Facts.
depressed as shit, right? So
Facts.
that's the complementary relationship that tends to get lost, which is why it's so troubling to hear women say you don't need men. Because as Guillotron said, the essential work in society, this is the way I put it. There are four essential jobs or industries in society, and women got to understand that you only do one in mass. You're either a builder, a protector, a healer, or a farmer. Tho- when if a pandemic happens, nobody needed. What did they say? Essential workers only. That's how you know if you are an essential worker or not. The society needs you when nothing else is popping off. If you're a psychotherapist, who gives a fuck? We don't need you today. People dying, right? So it's like men are the majority of the builders. Men are a majority of the farmers. Men are a majority of protectors. Women are a majority of the healers, right? So we do need you for that, but we got to understand that men play a critical role in survival, right? So women produce life. Y'all had the babies. Men produce survival. So I'll start off with that. Yeah, go ahead. Ed.
Uh, I I agree with you. I just want to push back a little bit. If you said earlier, men and women have a complementary role, right? How can you say then that we're only healers? We're also the ones who reproduce. We're also the ones who nurture and create culture. And we are also the ones who teach. We are also your spiritual protectors. And my concern is when we don't see the fullness and the beauty of the feminine and her labor, it's very easy to break her down to one thing. You're just a healer. You're just coochie. I think it is a dialectic that requires consistent intertwine. Men become men, not just because of themselves, but because they have a woman at home depending on them too, right? And
Yeah,
women learn how to become real women when she sacrifices her ego for someone else. We
yeah.
do need each other, but the pushback I'm having here is we just don't pay attention to the labor that women do. And I think that's why women go the opposite way, where if he doesn't actually see me or value me, then I can't trust him. He can hurt me. And then you
I
get this
understand.
whole like degeneracy prostitution thing because they don't actually have the safety and the security of being with one man.
So I'm gonna give some. I heard you. I'm gonna give some pushback to your pushback. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Men cannot value those things right now because women don't value them. One of the things that I think is really interesting about being a man is that we did all of this stuff first, so we know how women are going to crash and burn. You put your whole life into your work. You can't be two things at the same time. A woman that's a CEO is not winning Mother of the Year. All right. So we watch women sit around and pretend like work, all this stuff that's outward, and not really dealing with your family and your children. Women think they can find joy out there in the world, and they're
Mhm.
not putting that same energy at home. That's why we call cap. We know it can't happen, right?
Mhm.
We know it cannot happen. You can only be one place. You can't be two places at once. Wherever you put in your energy, right? Wherever you planting your seeds is
Mhm.
where it's going to grow. So we don't have women who are majestic, loving mothers. In fact, if we're going to look at the data, we have the worst mothers that have ever lived right now in the United States of America. They are more abusive to children than men are.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? The statistics are like that. So if you want men to look at you as those nurturers, those teachers, the people that we cannot do without, then you have to be forward facing to that nurturing role. Women are not nurturing, which is why men don't see you that way anymore. You spend most of your time trying to be like us.
Yes.
But we're telling you you don't want these problems.
And I'm saying we don't want them either. We're lying if we say we do. This is a trauma response. We are not built to literally do any of the things that you guys energetically, we can't do it. So understand, if we're pushing to be like you, it's because we're trying to find safety in the masculine that we do not have. Does that make sense?
And don't speak for me. And don't speak for me.
It's not only that, but
and don't speak for me.
I don't speak for her, but I do think on a deep level, women are their best when they can surrender into the masculine.
And it's not only
women don't feel like they can do that, so they try to be men themselves to get that security back. I think.
And it's not only that; it's also like women tend to market the things that they do without actually thinking deeply about how do I actually feel. Like they will tell other women.
Wow.
They will tell other women like, "Yo, you need to do this." Like, I'm happy. Like, I don't believe 95% of the women, 99 who say that I'm happy. I don't think they actually know what happiness is. I don't think they've actually, introspectively thought like, what is happiness to me? But they're going to say those type of things. They're going to say, "Oh, I'm single. I'm the happiest I've ever been." Like, we can almost just disregard. You ever hear a woman say, "I'm the happiest I've ever"? Just disregard.
Literally. This woman was saying, and yes, I'm going back to her.
And can I say something? Something that you said. I hear women say this all the time. Women are not the spiritual leaders of community. You've never been. And I need y'all to stop saying that, because but I have to prove what I'm saying to you. Women are highly susceptible to trend behavior. Anything, like if we're going to talk about, just let everybody knows Christianity, right? Y'all are the easiest pulled from it. Remember, you can't worship God and worship rocks at the same time, but we know women do that shit. You can't worship God and use zodiac signs to describe your behavior, but women still do that shit. So it's like, y'all are not the spiritual leaders. Y'all are highly susceptible. Y'all the ones the devil come to first when he trying to break a family.
Okay,
Don't come to me.
Facts.
I'm too strong. No, I'm too strong.
Yeah, but the man
I will deny him. He will break my family up through my wife. He won't come to me.
But y'all follow.
That's exactly what Adam did. Adam
blamed even if we're going off of the feminine energy, we all know and can agree that the feminine energy is chaotic.
Intentionally so, because you guys are the structure.
Yeah, so there's no way that a chaotic person could be grounded spiritually.
Part of being spiritually grounded is to not have to be in the current now. You need to be able to go in and out and experience all different types to be connected to the spiritual. The chaos is part of the beauty. It's the creativity. If we are constantly structured and linear, you will never be able to experience things outside of yourself. It is chaotic, but it has to be. And we need you to ground us, so it doesn't become chaos that leads to anarchy, but it actually becomes chaos that leads to creativity.
But if you need us to ground you, then we are the spiritual leader. You get what I'm saying?
How?